Hi, hello, I'm back. I've been sick for the past 48 hours, and I have a lot of videos to catch up on, put out, but I really want to talk about Shannon Sharpe. And if someone's going to say it straight and to the point, it's going to be me. First things first, though. If you hear me have a lisp, I'm wearing Invisalign, so don't talk about me, and if you got something to say, your mother, all right? Now, to Shannon Sharpe. Feeling bad for him is something that I'm not going to do because you did this to yourself. And I'm going to touch on 3 different points here. First things first. This is exactly why we be telling y'all old ass men stop dating bitches that are like fucking 17, 18, 19 years old. If she has teen in her goddamn age and you're like 56, 60 years old, you're giving off a little bit of a PDF file. If you're attracted to a 17-year-old, you're probably attracted to the 14-year-old. And that's just the mentality I have with these men who be dating girls, obviously, years younger than them. And when I say years younger, I'm not talking about like 4, 5, 6 years younger than them. I'm talking about like, yeah, I'm 40, but I want to date like a 17-year-old. I'm 56 and I want to deal with a 19-year-old. If she can't tell you the first and last names of all of the roommates from Three's Company, you should not be dating her. If she cannot name at least 3 songs off the Off the Wall album off the top of her head, you do not need to be dating them. And when I'm saying these qualifications, I'm speaking from his age group. If she don't know what Soul Train is, you don't need to be dating them. I don't understand why an eligible bachelor like yourself is getting caught up with OnlyFans models. And I would think someone of your age and your status would prefer someone homegrown, a little stable, loyal, got a good head on their shoulders, but you chasing around these bimbos. So I can't feel bad for you. You did this to yourself. You're a grown-ass man. Ew. Next point I want to touch on. There is this constant discourse on the internet about why people hate when a black man date a white woman. Here's the case in point. And by the end of this rant, I'm going to get to point 3. The same way men sit here and say, when women sit here and sleep with someone else, it's from an emotional standpoint, so it hurts so much more. The same thing can be said about black men who date white women. It's coming from an emotional standpoint. I've said this in an old video, and I'm glad his dumb ass is making me talk about this now because I'm tired of this being a constant conversation when realistically, all of y'all social media, I'm a psychologist, don't really be thinking about the psychology behind these black men dating white women. Flat and to the point, black men like dealing with white women because it's their way of sticking it to the man. Because history tells you that white men, white women, literally held the black man down on purpose. Held them down verbally, physically, sexually, whatever you want to call it. Just did the black man wrong. Black men was the bottom tier. And then off on the side, the white women, when she get tired of the white man antics, she'd run off to the black man in secrecy, get her boots knocked off because the black man is the fetish. They got the King Kong ding-alongs, you know? However, the second that white man find out that they black slave was over here sleeping with a white woman, all hell breaks loose. So now here we are in 2025. Men are just so excited to date these white women because now I don't have to be a secret anymore. Me dating that white woman puts me in the same proximity as these white men who told me I would never be nothing. Are y'all following the psychology behind this? Because it's a really deep-rooted emotional thing, but men are not taught to think that deeply when it comes to the emotional aspect behind it. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do interracial dating. I'm here for dating whoever makes you feel happy, as long as it's coming from a genuine place, not a kinky fetish, to which that's what Shannon Sharpe was doing. In his mind, his proximity to whiteness makes him a standout man, makes him feel better about the position that he's in. He feels like he's an equal, but he wouldn't feel that way if he was actually with a black woman. Let's be real. But now, let me break down why people be pissed off when people like Shannon Sharpe be messing around with these white females. You see how quickly he turned back to his blackness to have some sort of comfort? This whole time, in his mind, black women aren't valuable enough for him to date around, be with, sleep with, none of it. But as soon as shit hit the fan with them white people, oh, they're trying to take a black man down. Yeah, we've been told you this. And people And I'll even go out and say black women get pissed off by that, because y'all will shit on us. Y'all will see us as nothing of value. You will down us. You will talk shit about us. And I'm not saying that's what Shannon Sharpe was doing, but it's the mentality behind it. And as soon as shit don't go your way, you look to black women who have historically had your back all these centuries, was standing side by side with you, doing the picking up the cotton and the cleaning up after the slaves and all this other stuff. You know, us taking death for you, us taking beatings for you. Now you come back to get the comfort from us, because it's always the good old black people that's gonna have my back. Monique, and I don't even like that bitch. Monique told your ass to stop fucking around with these little ass white women, and you sat up there laughing. Bet your ass wish you listened to her now. You don't get to come back to the black community when it's convenient for you. We're not about to rally behind you, especially after these text messages came out that you released. You was race baiting. And that's also was very confusing for me. You was getting off literally playing slave owner versus the slave. Because the comments she was making was very much comments that, like, the white slave owner women would be making to her black slave. I want you to put a big black baby in me? And that got you off? That got you excited? I was already disgusted by gravy babies, like whatever that comment was. That was nasty. Very much taken aback by I want to stick my tongue in your boom hole. Shannon, you're into that? But to see you play along with the race fetish thing, very weird. And it said more than you think. So you don't get to come back to us when you're sitting here playing these type of games. Since you get off being spoken to like you are a slave, you go stay on that side. Don't come over here. We're not going to have your back. We're not protecting you. And it's quite unfortunate that that bum lawyer, Tony Busby, is the one leading this whole thing against you. Now, is there a piece of me that feels like this was a setup? Sure. Because it seemed like she's very consensual when it comes to the very aggressive tone and a very aggressive nature. You know, she enjoyed the whole, you're my slave, you're gonna want me, I want a black baby and black gravy in me, right? She was very much into it, but now she's flipping it and saying, oh no, I actually hated it. She's 19, she's an OnlyFans girl, and she's pulling an Emmett Till on you. Do I believe she's doing that to some capacity? But then there's also a piece of me that thinks you're completely fucking naive. When that audio was released of you saying that you would choke her and she got mad quiet right after, you should have knew something was up. Because if that's something that y'all normally play and she just keeps going, once she said that, then she got mad quiet, your radar should have went up and said, okay, well, what's the shift in energy? What did I say wrong here? Don't we normally play like this? But not your stupid ass. No. You wanted to put gravy babies on her back, face, wherever else. So Shannon, respectfully, pack this up. We're not going to be on your side. Like, how you're acting with this woman is a disrespect to black people in general. We see you, like, race playing your team white people up until the point you get screwed, and now it's all, oh, I gotta rely on my black people. Oh my God, the white people trying to take me down. Like, this guy's so famous for taking down black people. You don't get to play race politics. You picked your side. And, like, I have to turn to race to fully explain the bewildering case of this, but I have to. Because this case is a lot deeper than just she says it wasn't consensual, he says it was. It's so much more. There's so much more layers to it that he added on to it. Shannon, you're goofy. There's a part of me that feels like you might be a PDF file. You need to find women your own fucking age. I don't care if you date a white woman. I don't care if you date an Asian or black girl, whatever. You need to date women your fucking age. You let this little 19-year-old... Damn, Aaron Judge look good. Aaron Judge just popped up on my screen looking fine as hell. And Aaron Judge is black. Don't play with me. You let this 19-year-old girl play you like a fiddle. Only a goofy goober would allow that to happen. So whatever happens to you, happens to you. But don't turn to the black community for help. Leave us out of your bedroom. Thank you.